Video, you're going to learn about shapes and how to arrange them, and then additionally what it means to weld and combine them or subtract them from each other. So taking a look at SignLab, you should have a sign blank that is set up that is 8.5 tall by 11 wide, your standard US sheet paper size. Then you're going to go to the tool down here, and you have possibilities of shapes. I would just be concerned about these ones. This stuff over here we're not going to get to until a later part. If you just click and drag and make a circle, you can change the color of it down here. And then the settings for this are the position, its XY coordinate, where it is on your sign blank, and then the radius. From there, if I click on the arrow, I can edit the XY, and I can also change that to different position as far as its lower left corner, this would be, upper right, and the overall position in the XY coordinate. Right here, this is its length versus height. And whenever you adjust those, you want to notice this. This is its proportional scaling or aspect ratio. So if I click that and it is locked, I can change this to 4 inches and hit enter, and the height changes with it. If I have that unlocked and go to the length, I can go to 6 and hit enter, and it distorts the aspect ratio. Moving on from the basic shapes here, you can go to the star, click and drag up here. You can edit how many stars it has, and then also click and drag some of these features here to show whether it's rounded. The curve inside, that kind of thing. Then you click the arrow and you can move, manipulate size, all that kind of stuff. Next, I want to talk about arranging the order of these. So right here, I want the star to come in front of this red ellipse. So I'm going to go to Arrange, Order, and then I would get familiar with these hotkeys, maybe even write them down on your cheat sheet. I would probably definitely do that. So Control F is front, Control B is to the back, Control U, I just think of move it up one, and Control L, just lower it one. So you're going to want to get used to these, but front is obviously going to bring it to the front, Control B, bring it to the back, and then Control up. I have to keep tapping that until it moves above that. But if I were to have multiple and many layers overlapping, which we'll get to that point in the future, it's just best to know the Control U and Control L for up and lower them. So now that I have this here, I want to show you what it means to weld. And you can either subtract or add shapes together. So I'm going to highlight these two, and then I'm going to go to the weld function over here and do the basic weld. From there, it doesn't look like anything has changed, but if I move this star now, this has punched through that. So now this star is a negative in this shape. And if I were to go to Alt-S, which is another hotkey I would use for view, show, fill, Alt-S, I can see that to cut this shape out, it would in fact cut there and then the ellipse as well. So that is how you subtract weld. If I wanted to add two together, like these cloud features here, so Alt-S, I see that they're all lines. I can go to weld and the same basic weld, but they have to be the same color. So I click on that and it presses them together. So that's an addition where this is a subtraction. And that is it for your basic shapes and welding. If you know those and just kind of understand the hotkeys and the principles of doing this, different colors, the top layer punches through the back layer, and similar colors, they add together. You should be able to be real successful in organizing and laying out decals of multiple colors.